Howdy, my name is Nolan T. Painter, and today I want to address the things I said 3 days ago. I believe it was date this way to improve your relationship. That was the video. So in that video I said I was going to do something really important and it would involve a woman. And I did do it. It was very important. And it was a little difficult, I'll say that. Out of respect, I'm not going to say anything about the person. I care about them deeply, but I'm not going to say anything or address anything. I'm going to leave them be. I'm not going to be any disrespectful at all. I think use my experience as a lesson to all the men of the world that no matter how hurt you feel from a woman, you should never disrespect them. Never. If she cheats on you, if she insults you, if she doesn't trust you, if she doesn't love you, no matter what it is. It can be anything, right? I'm not saying these things happen to me, but if anything happens as a man, you need to realize you should always be mature and never hurt her. You should never post her on social media. You should never talk about her in a rude way with your friends or family. You should never address her in any way that would be disrespectful. I always refer to this woman as being beautiful, kind, smart, always a warm soul. And I'll continue to do that. I'll continue to refer her in only a polite manner. Though, for her own respect, I'm not going to talk to her on the channel anymore. And I think I need to do that just to be more respectful of her. I am worried that even the little bit of knowledge that I've given out to this world on the YouTube channel might have been a mistake. But at the end of the day, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to keep on pumping out videos. I'm going to keep on talking the truth, and I'm going to keep on working hard. So, here's what happened. I did something nice. I showed up, and the truth is, there's not a complete understanding of who I am. And that's my fault because I made mistakes. And I was confusing, and I was difficult. And it was because of everything I've done in the past that when I showed up today, I wasn't welcome. And I'm just gonna say, it was like something that would be straight out of a movie. It wasn't good. It was pretty bad. But that's all my fault. At the end of the day, that's not her fault. I'm not going to blame her. That's all me. I was the problem. And I still believe to this day at the bottom of my heart, I'm sorry, and that is my fault, and I need to work harder. So why am I talking about this? Why is this so important? Why do you need to know? Well, first of all, I told you something would happen and I'd fill you in, so this is me filling you in. I'm sorry I'm not giving you too much information. I can't. I want to be respectful. And then second of all, why is this important? Why am I telling you? Well, use me as an example. Don't ever disrespect a woman no matter how hurt you feel. And second, use her as a motivation or as a discipline to work harder. So, yeah, I'm lost. Yeah, I'm hurt. But I'm not going anywhere, like I said. I'm still pumping out videos. I'm still working hard. I got beautiful friends, beautiful family. And yeah, I'm just going to keep on working because I want a future, right? Whether it's with her or not is not for me to determine. That's for her to determine. But anyways, the future will be what I determine, and it will be with money. It will be where I'm happy. It will be where I provide for a family. Whether it's with her is her determining, but everything that I determine, it will be good. And I will determine everything I wish to be good because I'm going to work for it. And the lesson ultimately is, in moments of grievance, you shouldn't give up. In fact, grievance demands harder work. Grievance demands action, not inaction. So if you're in a moment of grievance or a moment where you're sad or feel heartbroken or betrayed, that requires action. That requires you to do something. Whether it's journaling or figuring out among yourself what to do or even prayer or even talking about it. You need to do something. You can't give up. And those might seem like, to some people, pathetic small excuses. But you gotta start somewhere. If you don't do those steps, you're never going to move on to the big ones. You're never going to do something like, I don't know, opening up a stock account or starting a YouTube channel or starting your business or eventually in the future making $1 million. All of that starts with taking action in grievance. So use your grievance, right? Look at me for an example. I'm going through some pretty rough points in my life, and I'm not letting that stop me. I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be full of hope. I'm not pretending and talking in front of a camera. It's difficult. But, that doesn't stop me. I'm going to keep on working. And that's it. So, this is going to be a bit of a shorter video because it was just the intent of this video was to fill you in with what happened without being disrespectful. Tell you that you shouldn't give up, because even to this point I'm not giving up. I'm going to keep on working. I'm going to keep on holding on to hope, right? And then of course grievance demands harder work, not giving up. And you know what? I would like to give one more lesson. The lesson is there's a difference between moving on in the pursuit of fulfillment and giving up. I often consider that moving on is giving up, right? You know, people say move on from that person, and then they fill their thoughts with dreadful imagination of this person to allow themselves to move on. But that's really giving up. I think you should never give up if you truly want it to be good. Don't give up. Instead, you should move, not necessarily move on like you would imagine, but move to a pursuit of fulfillment. So if you feel betrayed, or not necessarily betrayed, but if you feel hurt by a woman you want to be with, that's not a reason to give up. That's a reason to pursue things to make you a better man, right? Make more money, be more rich in love, be more rich in faith, be more rich in kindness and patience, and that should be a reason to move to pursuing a better manhood. And I think all men should have, or should learn, to be intrinsically able to move on in some manner to a pursuit of fulfillment. Now, if you don't quite understand what I'm saying, because like I'm not currently able to best word these things, it is late when I'm recording this, and I did get home not that long ago. But essentially, no matter what happens, no matter how difficult the time comes, no matter how difficult the times are when they do come, you need to be ready and prepared to move on to the next thing so you can become that better man for what you truly believe. So if you truly want to be with a girl and you feel hurt, you gotta move to the next thing to be better at and pursue the next thing. I need to be better at making money. I need to be better at loving. I need to be better at confronting my lust. I need to be better at having relationships with family. And then you can come back. So you're never giving up. You're just moving on to the next task. And I think that works well as men because we're task-oriented and we like solving problems. Whereas women, when it comes to relationships, typically they'll be consumed in their own emotion. Not that it's bad. I think female emotion is beautiful, but often they'll use their emotion to reconcile their perspective. They're sad about someone or something, so they're going to use that to completely destroy the image of them. Or they're happy and want something, so they'll use that to pursue the person, right? Men often, or good men, look at a solution problem basis when it's really necessary. So it's necessary in this instance because you want to be a good man. Now, that doesn't mean good men are unable to be emotional, right? A good man is able to have solution problem outlooks on life when it's necessary, but also be emotional and be empathetic when it's necessary, right? You can do those things hand in hand. But what's often is what we see is a poor boy or a foolish boy who will allow his empathy and emotion to consume himself, right, in a bad way, in a negative way, which causes him to do bad things, like posting things about the girl online that were negative, or being generally really hurtful and spreading rumors or doing bad things. And you know, a good man wouldn't do those things, and I want to be a good man, so I'm not going to do those things. I'm going to be genuine. I'm going to be respectful. Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, it hurts, right? I'm sure from a year from now, you're going to look back at these videos and be like, Nolan got like smacked in the face, but look where he is today, right? A year from now, I want to be doing good, and I'm not going to give up. For a brief moment, I thought about it, and then I realized, what am I doing? Right? If I give up, I'm proving everyone else right. If I give up, I'm proving that I was a bad man. I'm proving that I'm useless. I'm proving that I'm pathetic and that I'm not deserving of this woman. But if I don't give up, and I keep on going, then I prove everyone wrong and I prove myself right, that I am worthy. I am I am justifiable in my desire for this person. And it's a good, righteous desire, right? Not led by lust, not led by hate or some sort of negative self-fulfillment, but something that's led by love and beauty. And ultimately, that is what you should take away from this video, is that you should find a purpose that is led by love and beauty, and no matter how hurtful it can get, you can't give up on that purpose, right? Becoming the world's best at something is not something easy, and it will hurt. But that's no excuse to give up. That's no excuse to stop at any moment. And especially in times of grievance, you need to take action. No matter how large or small the action is, you need to take action. Anyways, I appreciate you watching, and I apologize if I'm constantly going in and out of focus here. I just got home and I'm just trying to set up my camera, and it's super scuffed. I have it like on top of a weird banister using my wallet, so it's like pointed up at me, and I have my laptop down here, so God knows how long it's going to take to upload this video. But yeah, it's still not going to stop me. It's the truth, and I'll spread it every day, no matter how difficult it is. My name is Nolan T. Painter, and thank you for watching.